Hey guys, this is Andy McCann, and you are listening to Fitness, Food, and Finance, where I'm trying to help you lay a firm foundation in those three things. Looking right here, if you can watch this or you can listen to this, so YouTube or a podcast. And right now I'm looking at our podcast channel, and I wanted to give you guys, well, man, I've got a lot of things I want to cover. Let me run through the list real quick. So, I don't know, it may not be in order. Today is a crazy day. It is 1:30 on the 7th. And I am on my second cup, big mug of coffee, and my day was all turned to screw. It's just sideways, so I'm trying to get back used to getting up in the morning. There was coyotes in my yard, and oh man, I should tell you that story. So let me go through the list. So I'm going to put that on the list real quick. We're going to talk coyotes. Quote, and they spelled it so weird that this dyslexic boy can barely ever get that thing right. So coyotes, bring a friend, shirts, the Self-Reliance Festival, you're going to love this one, gym party, name workouts, and RX and what is it called? RX Intermediate. 24/7 access is open. The stupid should hurt. Actually, I should probably lead off with stupid should hurt. Let me say it slower. Stupid should hurt. And then the last one is post your streaks. Maybe not the last one, but the last thing I wrote on this guy right here. So, first thing, the coyotes. Living the life of trying to eat healthy. I guess this wasn't part of it either. I'm going to put, this is starting week 9 of the lion diet. So that's my first thing I'm talking about. And in that week 9 of the lion diet, I'm feeling pretty dang good. I'm going to go over that in a second too. But, we went out to the Self-Reliance Festival. I didn't eat that much, and so my eating got askew, and then I had to, last night when we got home, I had to eat more and drink more and whatever. So I found myself getting up around 4 a.m. when I really wanted to get up at 5 a.m. So I got up at 4 a.m. to go to the bathroom, and the lights outside were flashing where the chicken coop is. So they're going off, and I'm thinking, okay, well, that means somebody's like running by it, and the dogs are out front, but they can't get in the back, so something's up. And they weren't barking, so I thought, well, that's weird. They're not barking, but what's going on? So I have this cheap thermal scope that it's just like, I don't know, you take it outside. It's like binoculars, except it's a monocular. And anyway, it gives you a pretty good idea if there's anything living, moving out there. You can't really tell exactly what it is unless, I do know what things are. They move differently. Deer move differently than coyotes, so it's kind of easy to tell. But I probably should have bought something, I guess, more expensive if I wanted to see finer detail. Anyway, I saw 2 coyote moving around out there, and they moved just like you would think a coyote would. They're very sneaky. One of them had a box from Acme, and they were putting up something for a roadrunner, so it was definitely the coyotes were out there. So I went to get ready to see if they would walk into the light, and that maybe I could shoot them. And they didn't, and I didn't. But here's the thing. Those coyote, so I have got, I've got 2 coops I bought, 1 coop I built, and then 2 coops that I was going to refurbish. It was somebody's old coops I was going to put together. They're kind of on a slanted stilt because it's on a hill. Anyway, the 2 coyotes, I was thinking, okay, now it's time to shoot you guys. I see you're moving. Come back to the light. And they didn't. They went underneath the 2 coops. When I'm thinking, I have on video where you guys did this to all my ducks. The doors open, the ducks came out, and they decimated 14 ducks in that one afternoon. I'd love to think some of the ducks actually decided to take flight, but I know that's not true because ducks, when they eat domestically, they get fat. So anyway, they killed them all. So I saw them out there. I couldn't get them. They're under some stuff. I guess I could shoot blind, but that's kind of, I guess it's coyotes. And if I hit them, I hit them. If I don't, I don't. But I didn't. I don't live near anybody, and I don't live in the city limits, so shooting is fine. We actually hunt deer in our backyard. Olivia asked me to teach her when she came back from Auburn last Christmas. I was like, yes, I want to teach you how to hunt, girl. Let's go. And we didn't shoot anything. She did see 3 deer, but we didn't shoot anything. Anyway, I went outside and let the dogs through the gate to go out there. And Ollie, the Great Pyrenees, I should get a picture of that guy pulled up here. The dude is massive. He's like 130 pounds, maybe 150 pounds. He is huge. And he went out there with Finn. Finn is old. He's like, 14 years old. It's we got him from, oh man, I got him 14 years ago from Kelly and Kelly Teresi. They had a set of dogs and they got rid of one and we picked him up. Anyway, not a great dog. He's kind of a dick, but whatever. My daughter really likes him. And this day, I guess Ollie turned him on because those 2 went out after those coyote. And of course, coyotes are nimble and fast. And my dog at the 130 pounds, he is not fast, but he is scary. And so they took off. I guess they hopped the fence. I got to go walk the fence line to see where the coyote broke through. Anyway, in my journey to have healthier food, I started raising my own chickens. And now I have to worry about coyotes. Crazy. And I didn't know this, but it seems like an HOA thing that, not an HOA thing, but like a normal thing, a suburban thing that people are like, hey, I'd like to get back to raising chickens. So if you guys want to learn how to raise the chickens, I would totally help you do that. It's super easy. Really, you only need 2 hens and maybe like an extra large doghouse, and they would be fine. The more you coop them up, the more you have to kind of help them be healthy. If you let them free range, they're fine. Of course, I think potentially any of the sick ones don't know to look up and the hawks take them, or they stay outside and the coyotes take them. So maybe mine are all good because the sick ones get taken. I don't know. But anyway, you can eat pretty dang healthy. And I would recommend you guys start looking into your food. And it's crazy what they're putting out here now about what potentially, and I'm not saying this is true, I'm just saying potentially, there's companies in bed with each other trying to like make you eat more stuff, satiate and get that yummy, but maybe with bad stuff. And then the other guys are giving you pills to fix it. I don't know. I'm an electrical engineer that turned into a gym rat, and that stuff's above my pay grade. It just is weird. And I can see Evan on this lion diet when we're eating basically ruminant meat, salt, and water, and some coffee and a little bit of other stuff, goat cheese. I think he does coconut yogurt, and what did he just add? I think he's trying to add mustard into his diet, very little bit. I know it's a seed and you shouldn't have that, but it's very ground up, so I think it's probably okay. But he needs something like more taste-wise. I don't. I'm doing totally fine, but I also don't eat sugar and bread. Haven't for like, I don't know, 10 plus years, 15 years or something like that. I have slimmed down, I didn't really want to, but it's crazy. Eating like 10 pounds of meat, my body processes 9 pounds of that. So only 1 pound is coming out the other side. It's crazy how much your body uses, especially when it's all meat. And I feel pretty dang good. I do have a blood work coming up in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So it'll be interesting to see what that shows. I know it's going to show high cholesterol and high salt because, I'm eating that stuff. But I'll have them do the second panel, which says, is it really the bad high, or is it just like, you just got the ratios are out of whack or something. Anyway, so there's a Cody. If you want to eat healthy, you can. You don't actually have to cook stuff yourself or grow stuff yourself. You do want to cook stuff yourself. You don't have to grow your own food, but you could. If you want help, I'm happy to help you. All right, so the other thing, I put a lot of videos up, a lot of shorts up about the farm. If you want to, it's not really a farm. It's like just a small chicken thing. I hesitate to call it a farm, but I suppose I do fix fences and I do take care of animals, so maybe it is. Anyway, you can watch videos. I just did, I had a meat bird that I got actually from Kelly Teresi, thank you. I got like 6 meat birds that you're supposed to let to grow to about 6 weeks old, then kill them because they're going to be too big. This girl did grow too big, but she lived. And she could still walk because she had to go around and get her food, so she didn't get like super fat. It's kind of funny. She would come up to me like a dog when I walked down there, and she's like rubbing up on my leg, like, "Come on, man, give me the good stuff." So she knew who I was and what I was to her, and she always came out and said hi. So she's a good one. She's still alive. She's still doing good. I have a good story for her. So for a while, she was kind of on the thick side, and then she would lose all of her feathers. And they said that's what happens to these birds. They just don't do well. I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to let her live and see what happens, because she lays eggs, and I love that. So the other day I noticed all of her feathers are coming back, and she has slimmed down a bit. Weirdly, I don't know what that means or how that works, but it's interesting. She's about a year and a half old, and potentially what it means is she doesn't have any more eggs to lay. That's actually what it could mean. She's not laying anymore, and she's putting all that energy into getting her body beautified or something. Anyway, it's fascinating to see what Mother Nature does and to be part of that and to be part of your own food. So when we went on this little vacation and we came back, there was a puff of feathers. And so we realized that Thanksgiving got eaten. So he's not around to eat for Thanksgiving. We'll have to pick another one and name him Thanksgiving and eat him. So our chickens, because they free range, go around and pick whatever they want and they just go all over the place, their muscles are pretty stout. And so they kind of like texture more like turkey than they do chicken because they do their thing. They walk around, which I think is great. They should do that. All right. You guys know, if you're listening to this, that obviously we own CrossFit Garage. It is a gym. You should do something in the gym. We also have Garage Fitness Online that we started to help all you people who have stuff in their gym and don't really want to come back to a gym. First thing I would tell you is go back to a gym. Go do the gym thing. That's what you should do, right? But if you got your own stuff and you just don't want to do that, then yeah, we got you covered. We are putting this together because we heard you say, hey, why don't you help us? And the answer is, I guess we can. So with Brandon Phillips, Charles McCann, and Justin Lebrecht, we are making this thing happen. We are in the, alpha test mode. And so you can jump in and help us break it. And that's the miracle of technology. I thought my wife was calling me, but it was just a rando, so they're gone. Anyway, Garage Fitness Online, for all you people who are not in your own gym, you want to be in your own basement or your own garage, well, here you go. We do have a page we started about 2 weeks ago. We haven't really advertised anything, and we already have 40 people signed up there. Brendan and I are making content, putting it out there. Again, we are trying to figure out how to make this work in the online world where we actually do physical stuff, so it's a little bit, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're figuring it out. Brandon's got his programming in there, and we may actually, for our gym, switch over to that. I've been slightly unhappy with CrossFit affiliate programming. I think I don't know, there's a couple things. Like today, we did a workout called Andy, and I don't know if I would ever really program this one. The volume is so high, and I mean, without a lot of fanfare to say, hey, this is what it's all about. Like Fran's coming up next week, and I will build up Fran, but we didn't build this up. And it's like, hey, do this really like tough, long, lightweight, like bruiser of a workout. It is interesting, and I'm not saying it's not worth doing. I'm just saying, I don't know, I would have like put it together a little bit differently. Anyway. Okay, so what did I want to tell you guys about next is Bring a Friend. We do have Bring a Friend coming up. This is for all you guys out there, not just our members, everybody. Hey, if you are out there in the world and you're not near our gym, you're just in some other city, whatever, look up CrossFit near me. You're going to find a CrossFit gym, and you totally can either go to their Bring a Friend or just ask them, can I drop in and try something out, or just watch to see what goes on? The answer is yes. We actually listen to you guys. So one is the 24/7 access. Let me pause and make sure I put that in there so I show it to you. All right, here we go. So I pulled that up so I remember to talk to you about it. But we want people to come in. They want you to come in. We want to listen to you. We've changed our whole intro process based on comments that I got from you guys. I changed my whole idea of 24/7 access because of you guys. I am not very emotional, and if you make an emotional appeal to me, I'm probably not going to listen. But if you make a very logical appeal to me, then I'm probably going to listen. And I think it was Tyler. Was it Tyler? I don't know. A couple of you guys came to me all in the same time and said, this is why I think you should have 24/7 access. I'm like, I weirdly have never thought of that because, well, I have a key and I don't like to work out by myself, so I wouldn't use the gym. I would just probably go jog or ride the bike in my basement or something, right? So it's we do listen. We do want to we want to make the business better for you guys. We want to add value. So anyway, Bring a Friend is adding a value. So here's the thing I got for you. You bring a friend. It doesn't matter what class time they come to. If they're not coming to a class with you, let me know so I can make sure either the coach meets them or somebody else meets them and they just don't show up like, oh, I don't know what's going on. We do need them to have a waiver, and that's about it. What I will do, if you bring a friend, we have a shirt coming up that I'm going to show you in a second. And if you like this shirt, I will buy you this shirt because you brought a friend. So you bring a friend in, I will buy you a shirt. Then what I'm going to do, I don't know, maybe I should do, I don't know, maybe both. What I'm going to do is if you bring a friend, for the number of friends you bring, I'm going to put your name into a raffle, and I will raffle off something like a free month or something. I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far. Kate had mentioned it to me, and I was like, that's a great idea. I should probably do that. I just haven't drilled down on what's going to be raffled. But there's going to be a raffle. It's going to be cool. So Bring a Friend is next week. Bring a friend. Like, let them come in and hang out. That would be awesome. We want them there. Honestly, small businesses don't make it if the people that they already love, know, like, and trust don't bring people in. So, especially in this weird-ass economy we're in right now, bring a friend. Are we in trouble? No. We fixed sort of the money issue that the landlord put us under. Maybe not great, but it's whatever. But you are the lifeblood of the gym. Without you, it doesn't exist. Without you bringing people in, it ceases to exist because people get pregnant and they need to pause. People move away, all that stuff, right? So bring a friend. It would totally help us out, and I will give you guys something back in return and say thank you so very much for letting us invest in you, invest in your loved ones. Now, it is called Bring a Friend, but if you're in my class, you know that it's also Bring an Enemy. So if you have an enemy that you want to bring, hold on, let me clear my throat. A little hot coffee there. If you have an enemy that you want to bring and they're your friend, wink, wink, let me know. We will make sure they sign a waiver and we will take them to town. Mostly kidding. We would never do that. But it is funny, and you guys know what I mean. CrossFit is great. Now, the thing I'm going to tell them to do is if Tina brings in Timmy, and Timmy's like, well, Tina's doing it. I'm going to do whatever she's doing. The answer is no. We're going to slow them down. I'll probably go back and rewrite in the beginner workout and call it friend do this. Like, this is what the friend should do, so that they know, hey, I need to slow this puppy down. I need to not go crazy. CrossFit isn't really that, it's not that tough. The problem is, because it's full body, you don't really feel it until later on. Then you're like, dang, what did I do to myself? Which is fine if you're going to keep doing stuff and grow into it. But it's not fine when you have pressure of a friend and you guys forget how fit you become. Even in under like 2 months, you guys become so fit that your friends can't keep up. And actually, maybe that'd be a good thing to do. Bring them in here and let them see what you're doing. But anyway, so friends, if you're out there, go find a gym. If you're my friend, if you're here in Woodstock, you can be my friend. Come on in. Now, obviously, we can't take 200 people, but usually that's not what happens. Usually we end up with 10 people that are checking out the gym. Totally fine. And if you have been here before, I know a lot of guys from Jubilee Church come in. Totally come back in. I don't care. Let's enjoy us. Have some fun. You guys already know what you're doing, so this is great. We already have a waiver on file. Just come and work out. I love it. So any of you guys that are at Jubilee, bring those guys back in. We would love to have them. In December 2nd week, we will have Alumni Week. So if you're an old member, come back on in, enjoy it. Matter of fact, I may turn that into Alumni Month because December is always slow with all the vacations and people traveling and the shows and the plays and all that stuff. Maybe we'll do that. That's things being thought of right as we go. Okay. So the next thing I mentioned was the t-shirt. Actually, before I do that, let me talk about 24/7 access to the gym. So as a business, sometimes you think you're doing the right thing and then you realize, dang it, I really wasn't doing that right thing. I thought I was doing the thing for the right reasons, and turns out, my reasons are kind of dumb now that I think about it. No, I take that back. My reasons are valid, but in light of other people's arguments or logic points, they're very valid. And if theirs is valid, mine's not as valid. So I was thinking to myself that we want a gym that is coaching, mentoring, and accountability. We want to be able to coach you. We want you to show up for accountability. There's a problem right there, right? Coaching, mentoring, and accountability. And we want to mentor you. We don't always have to mentor you in the gym. So there's two things in there, accountability and mentoring, that actually someone showed me I was breaking. And how does that break down? Well, accountability, we want you, the rule number one is to show up. They're like, well, Andy, if it's 8 p.m., I just got home, my wife's out of town, and I have nothing else to do, I'd like to come to the gym and do the workout. You are preventing me from doing that. I'm like, son of a gun, you are right. So the accountability of coming in and just hitting rule number one, showing up, I'm actually not allowing you to do. And boom, blew my mind, right? The other one was mentoring. If I want to mentor you right now, I do the mentoring. A lot of stuff is just Google Sheets and we text back and forth. So I don't actually need to see you. So that whole point is it mute or moot? I think it's moot. Is it spelled the same? Anyway, it's one of those words, mute or moot. It can't talk, so it's definitely mute as well. So anyway, we do have 24/7 access. The way it works is you have to fill out the new waiver. I accidentally sent it out to everybody, so everyone should see it. And then you need to get a key code from me. So there's an app that you have to download. There's a whole script. I send you a text that has a Google Doc on it, and you read through the Google Doc. There's an app I got to get you on, so I'll send you a link from your email address you have with us, and it'll say, hey, you should download this, and it'll give you access to the door. 1, you have a PIN number, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2, you can use your phone to actually just unlock the door. The door is in the back because the lock would not fit on the front. I'd have to take the whole door off and change it out. And the landlord was like, no. Actually, really, it was just me who said, no, I don't want to spend that money. When I could just put it on the back door. So you have to come in through the back door. There's a light switch right there. The Google Doc has the words that you want, like how do I turn on the lights? And then a video to go with it. You just click on the video and you watch. Oh, that's how you turn on the lights. Videos are worth 100,000 words? I don't know. It's worth something. So we have that for you. The next thing is we do have this CrossFit Garage shirt up, and I'm going to put the link out there and we can order it. So it looks like this. This is the one that if you bring a friend, then we mark your name down. I will try to remember to buy you one. I'm going to buy some for up front as well. Of course, I'm just going to buy the sizes that people typically buy. If you want a specific size for you, then this is it. I plan on also doing another shirt that'll probably be just coaches shirts. So coaches, be on the lookout for that. You can order whatever shirt you want. So this is the shirt. This is the style and the design. I think it's supposed to be a 3/4 sleeve, but I waited too long, and now they're like, Andy, it's long sleeve weather, so it's long sleeve shirt. So we'll see. I'll talk to Forever Fierce about the shirt, and we'll see what happens. But we're definitely going to order these because I'm going to order some and put them up front. So put in your order. It's definitely going to come in because, like I said, I'm going to buy some as well. All right. So I guess this is probably really the thing I wanted to talk to you about is the Self-Reliance Festival. And what are we? 20 minutes in, so I should put a note. Self-Reliance Festival, 20 minutes in. So I like to prepare. One of the reasons that I became an engineer is I like contingencies. One of the reasons that I enjoy Google a calendar is I like to fit the stuff together, the day and stuff together. I like to know what next week is going to look like and know how to stick things together and all work together, right? I like the idea of if you have one thing, it's probably none. And if it breaks, you're in trouble. But if you had two of that thing, or if it had two purposes, then maybe you can get two. So, one is none, two is one, and three is some other word that rhymes with three or one of the other words. Anyway, so this Self-Reliance Festival, it's going to be next year again in October, and you guys should come with me. This is pretty damn cool. You can camp. You can RV, you can cabin, you can hotel, you can whatever. Camden, Tennessee is about 4.5 hours away, so it's not a great drive from Woodstock, Georgia. But we went up Friday and then came back like noon on Sunday and had a really good time being up there with them. I would suggest getting the VIP pass or at least buying the ticket to dinner. You can sit and talk with more people. It's very interesting. The seminars are good. The people you meet are great. I do contribute to, I guess, this community. I am an expert counsel for the Survival Podcast. This guy right here, Jack Spirko, I love his stuff. It's not, it sounds weird. The Survival Podcast, yes, but it's actually helping you live a good life if times are bad or even if they're not. So he talks a lot about same things we talk about here. Actually, he and I talked a lot about carnivore while I was down there and content. But anyway, and it was actually kind of neat. People were like, oh, I recognize the voice. Then you turn around and we'd introduce ourselves and have a good conversation about health and fitness. Anyway, this Self-Reliance Festival, you guys should do. If you are in that world of, hey, I'd like to, who knows what's going to go on in the world today. But I tell you what, if you have a garden and some chickens, they pretty much can't screw with you because you got some food, right? So why not do that? Be a little prepared. If you have some cash on hand, they can't really screw with you because you got cash on hand. If you know how to hunt, well, you probably can always get meat, right? So there are some things, and those are maybe not your things, but there's other stuff like how to repair pipes, how to, I do this stuff on my own and in my rental properties all the time. Someone says their HVAC is out. First thing I do is I usually go out there and check it out. Weirdly, sometimes it's as easy as a bird flew down the out vent and is stuck in the motor. You just take it apart, take the bird out, because it did, and turn it all back on. It's easy. Other times, I need to ask Jamal and say, hey, come out here. I got a water problem. I got an HVAC problem. He's a member at the gym. You want to hire him. He's good stuff right there. He does good work. Anyway, this right here is Self-Reliance Festival. You should go. It was well worth it. If you are interested in becoming more self-reliant, talk to me or my wife. My wife is way more into it than me, and which is hard to believe because it kind of involves like camping and hiking, and I love that stuff. So we'll connect you. If you're out there in the world and you're like, hey, I am a person who enjoys this sort of thing and I can't find like-minded folks, come talk to us. Come to the gym. We'll introduce you to people. You're not alone out there in the world. Don't be alone. Group up. Actually, there's a presentation I've got to give I get to give in November over at Jack's Fall Festival out in Dallas. Anyway, Dallas, Texas, not Dallas, Georgia. And it talks about the 5 pillars of health and fitness and longevity. And one of them is connection. Connect with your people. Find your people. They're there. You just have to find them. All right, coffee time. Hold on. All right, I probably should hit pause when I do that, but I didn't. Charles, you're going to be mad at me. This was good stuff. I think some of my favorite pieces of going to events like this is the one-liners that you get that you then need to put into your own life, right? So here is my offer to you guys that I got from these guys, and I thought, man, why did I not think of this before? If you will track your food for 2 weeks and connect with me over Zoom, and let me do a podcast out of it, like let's show your progress, I will work for you, with you, for free. It doesn't even have to be you. It could be your spouse. It could be your child. It could be anybody. I do not tell you how to eat for medical efficiency. What I'm going to do is help you with habits and help you get back to fitness. So my job is to help you in those 5 pillars, and I will help you with that. But it starts with, you got to do some work for me. If you'll do 2 weeks of logging your food, then that opens the door to, yes, let's talk. If you will let me podcast it and share it to the world, then yes, I'm in. It doesn't cost you anything. We'll do 2 months of something. Usually 1 to 2 months, 3 months maybe. Here's the thing. You think you're alone and you think that you're the only one with this problem. But I hear this all the time. I'm not fit enough to do CrossFit. What the hell does that even mean? I can't stop eating sugar. It's in my genes. It's emotional baggage. It's I don't have the time for it. I hear this crap all the time. Your answers may be very specific to you, but the broad strokes, it's still Roy G. Biv. It's still the color of the rainbow. It's still just doing the things that you're supposed to do. And while I may not be a, I don't know, a doctorate in thisology, whatever it is, I am pretty good at doing this stuff. I am already semi-retired. I am 50 and I can beat a lot of us at the gym at the things we do. My kids don't hate me completely, just a little bit. So not to toot my own horn, but I'm not doing half bad. Probably my biggest thing is I'm still kind of a jackass. I'm not emotionally in tune with everybody. I've taken about 15 years to figure this out and to try to hone in, and I think I'm doing better. But my family will tell you, yeah, he's kind of an emotionless dick, so you got to watch out for that. I don't mean it. I tend to listen to what is said. And sometimes I realize now that people don't actually say what they mean, and that messes me up. So I take you at face value, and that's not what you should do all the time. I should read between the lines, and those lines are really difficult for me to read between. Maybe that's normal. Maybe it's not. Maybe I had some tism growing up, and I grew out of it. Maybe I had too much heavy metals growing up, and it finally got out of my body. I don't know, but I'm a little bit better now. The rest of it, I'm pretty good with. So the 5 pillars of health and fitness and longevity are how you eat, sleep, move, connect, and think, and we can cover all those things. Typically, all I have to do is overlap all that crap together, and one way you overlap it is join a gym like ours. Any CrossFit gym is going to overlap all of that stuff. Maybe not so much on the think, it depends on their owner, but potentially they will. So you guys in the gym, you guys out there in the ether, whoever you are, if you'll log your food for 2 weeks and let me do a Zoom with it to share it to the world. Again, why share it to the world? Because there was someone just like you with the exact same problem, and it's going to help them. So your cost is helping them. So if we pay it forward, I'm totally fine. Let's pay that crap forward. All right. So that's that. So we do have a gym party coming up this Saturday. It's already kind of full, so nobody else can come. Sorry. We got a bunch of coaches and new guys that are doing shadowing, and then we've got family and children coming, so it should be a good time. I think there's like 35-ish already, or maybe 30 people. But and I think my brother is coming, so he didn't RSVP, but he's counting. So anyway. I will do hamburgers and hot dogs because there's too many of you to do anything else. I'm going to try to pre-cook some stuff so it doesn't take as long to stage it. If you want to bring something, great, do it. I'll send out a video. If you're coming and you're driving, you probably should drive. The way we're going to park is you come up the driveway and then back down a bit, like back into the grass backwards so you can get out so nobody blocks anybody else in. I'll make it make sense if you get here. But we should probably only have that many people, and the number of families that are coming is probably only going to be like, I don't know, maybe like 16 cars. So, that should be fine. We got a pretty long driveway. And let's see what else I want to tell you guys today. So we have streaks up. So Wodify keeps doing cool stuff. So if you open up the app, if you never use the app, you need to go use the app. It's great. So if you open up the app, at the top of it, it's going to give you a streak counter. So what is your longest streak? You can click on it and see your maximum streak ever. I think it's your current streak. What is your current streak? What's your longest streak ever? And it's just saying this is as many times you work out. So we do the committed club. This is like that, but on steroids. It's the streak club. So I would love if you guys started posting your streaks and then tagging us on Instagram or Facebook. I would love to see that stuff. So show us your streak. My longest one right now is 39 weeks, which, I mean, that's pretty damn good. I probably fall off when I go on vacation, which, I feel like I went on vacation 39 weeks ago. Now, we do have a remote login. It does not count if you go to another gym. Wodify doesn't count it. But if you remote log into us, I'm okay with that. I want you working out. I want you coming in, but I'd rather you still work out, right? So don't worry about coming in if you're out of town, obviously. Just go work out. Okay, I'm going to coffee break you for a sec. Man, nothing like some hot coffee to make you cry, as well as to open up your throat there, your larynx, your vocal cords. Actually, I don't think, unless you're breathing out and air goes over your vocal cords, that can't be right. There's no way that food goes over your vocal cords. You got to have a voice box and it's all not tied together. Anyway, obviously anatomy is not my thing. Next thing I wanted guys to show you is, so we have a problem. We're doing a named workout. This month is named workout with CrossFit. So they're interweaving some named workouts. We have Andy with an I today and then Fran next week. So I changed Wodify's wording to match what CrossFit affiliate programming was giving us. So they don't use RX Plus, but Wodify does. So I renamed it RX, and then I named intermediate. Since most of us, like 80% of us, do intermediate, I just named it. Now we can track it. So we have RX and intermediate, and then of course you can click scaled. The problem with it is, I didn't think about this, when a named workout comes up, I can't adjust it. It's a named workout. If I adjust it, it is no longer a named workout, so I can't mess with it, right? Because I switched the word RX to intermediate, the only thing you could ever do on a named workout is intermediate. But just realize that is RX. It's just a naming thing. I'm trying to get around their system, and obviously they caught me again. I did not actually get around it all. Whatever. So we're trying to solve problems. That is the problem to be solved, is to let us be able to shit talk each other when we do intermediate. All right. Let me pause you, look at my notes, see what else I missed here. Oh man, I never even talked about stupid should hurt. Okay, I'm gonna go into stupid should hurt. That's, what are we at, 30 minutes? So 20 minutes was Self-Reliance Festival, I think, and 30 minutes is stupid should hurt. So this was kind of funny. A guy had a shirt at the Self-Reliance Festival, said, SRF is what they called it. And it said stupid should hurt. And man, that's exactly right. If you guys, I know you guys aren't being stupid unless you go to the gym and you do some crazy stupid stuff. Don't be stupid. You know that's rule number 2. Don't do anything stupid to prevent you from showing up tomorrow. So stupid should hurt. If you're going to be dumb, then you should pay the consequences. If you don't know any better, then like, well, I guess I'm just going to eat all this dessert every night. I mean, that's stupid and it should hurt. I don't want you to have a disease or like any of that stuff, but I mean, there has to be a consequence. We've got some stuff going on in the house right now, and Evie has some chores, and she just has decided not to do it. So she's gonna be stupid. It should hurt. Punishments make sense, right? She'll figure it out and she'll fix it real quick. She's pretty talented with getting out of trouble. She's a lot like me as a kid, except she didn't say to everybody, "The devil made me do it." I used to say that a lot. I don't know why. I guess it made my mom freak out, so it got me out of trouble. But stupid should hurt. If you are going to eat too much, if you are going to not work out, if you're going to just rely on medications, man, stupid should hurt. There should be a consequence of you not willing to put in the work. The stuff we do isn't necessarily hard, it's not complicated. It's just kind of hard. So I love it. Today, my brother, who usually does not wake up early, he said, I woke up early. It was like 4:30. What am I going to do? And he looked at his calendar and he said, hey, I don't have time to go into the gym today because I'm in meetings until like 5:30. What do I do? Well, I can either do 24/7 access and get in there and do my own thing, which I'm not going to do, or I can just get up and go to the gym right now. And look at that, my brother's coaching. That'd be kind of fun. So he showed up at the gym today. What a surprise. And he did really well. And he listened to me. He said, I'm going to go really heavy. I was like, actually, today's workout, you're supposed to go really light. He's like, well, how about that light? I'm like, actually, for you, I'd go a little bit lighter because you're doing probably more than I would even do. And I'm pretty good at this stuff. So he dropped the weight down. And he did really well. And he did not do stupid. He did smart. Smart should have its reward. So the corollary of stupid should hurt is smart should feel great. And it does, maybe not while you're doing it, like I am resisting that cupcake. I'm resisting that extra thing that goes down my mouth that's not going to be great. I'm resisting it. At the time, it doesn't feel great, but your body and your longevity and everything else is going to love you for it. I don't know. I think I started this off with you got to watch out for your food. It's crazy what they're saying right now that potentially, I don't really get into all this. This is not my world. I do like health and fitness, but I am no expert whatsoever. But the food we eat, even the food that I thought was food, really isn't food. And maybe this is why the Lion Diet works, is we're taking out all of the stuff. Basically, meat is meat. They don't do much to it unless you buy lower quality meat. Then they may like hit it with some water to fill it up, or maybe paint it a bit. So don't buy low quality meat. You can buy meat from the butcher. And you can eat better, and there's just a lot less stuff in it. Maybe this is why I'm feeling really good. I mean, I already usually feel pretty good. I guess I'm drinking coffee too. But maybe this is why it's good for Evan and GI disorders. If you've got Crohn's out there and you want to talk to somebody about non-surgery and drug options, talk to Evan. He can tell you what he's doing, and you can make your own mind up. But it is amazing. So anyway, stupid should hurt. If you're going to do dumb things or you're going to live a dumb life, then man, that's, I guess, what needs to happen to you is to get, like Evie, you have to have the consequences. You have to have the punishment in order to make that change. And here's the thing that I have found. The first thing I found is to pause you and take a long drink of coffee. The second thing I found is that almost no change occurs until somebody gets stepped on. So sometimes that stupid and that hurt is like, I don't know, maybe it's a divorce. Maybe it's, they tell you, like Evan, hey, you have an autoimmune disorder that you're going to have for the rest of your life. I call bullshit on that. We're going to fight it. I don't know. What did they say? What did they tell you? What's going on in your life? Sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes a friend that's happening to. I would love to say maybe we can motivate ourselves to do the thing we should do before you get stepped on, but I mean, sometimes we don't. If you want to take that step in your journey and then the second step to make it an actual journey, I'm here for you. I think I don't really know what to do to motivate some of you guys. I guess some of it could be, hey, pay me $10,000 and I'll get you fit in a year. And if you aren't fit, I'm keeping it. If you do get fit, I'll give you half back or something. Maybe that's a way to do it. Although I don't know. If somebody's motivated like that, let me know. I'll totally take you up on that challenge. I've offered like freebies of come to the gym for a year. Work out 4 times a week. Let me adjust your diet a tiny bit. And if you're not healthier and fitter a year from now, I'll double your money back. I mean, everyone knows, of course, that's going to work. So nobody takes me up on it because no shit, it's going to work, right? We do bring a friend. I don't know. I mean, you love these people and you have a hard time convincing them. Bring them in. Let them talk to me. I'm pretty good talking to people. Not great at emoting, but I'm very good at talking to them. I'm happy to talk to those people. We got this log your food for 2 weeks and let me podcast our talks and share it to the world to help somebody else, and it's free. I don't know what else to do. I would love to be able to help you not have to go down the road of getting your neck stepped on, but I don't know, maybe sometimes it happens. And sometimes, I mean, I can tell. Usually you guys tell me, hey, my doctor said I'm pre-diabetic. What do I do now? And you guys come to the gym. Glad to have you. You guys that I know of are reversing those numbers, and that's great. That's what we're here for. We want to make you harder to kill, but you have to kind of do the stuff. Anyway, I want to help. If I could do it for free and help you guys for free, I totally would, but the landlord wants money, and without profit, there's no passion. So, I mean, we have to make money somewhere, so I do have to charge. But I want you guys to live a long time. I want you guys to live healthy. I want you guys to do the things you want to do. I want you to go on the vacations. I don't want you to be 50 like me and then wonder, am I even going to make it to 51? I don't wonder about that. It would have to be something kinetic in order for me not to get there because I don't take any drugs and I'm pretty healthy. I can do pretty much anything you want to do. How do I help you get there? For a buddy of mine, Cam, it was I dropped my mom off at the old folks home and thought, holy crap, I never want to get there. I want to be able to wipe my own ass, not have somebody else do it. Anyway, I'm here for you guys. Our gym is here for you guys. This podcast is here for you. We want to help you lay a firm foundation of fitness, food, and finance. And whatever route that may take, usually it's hard, but it's not complicated. All right, guys, you take care.